All right, salute, gang. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Throw me some love on the video. Please keep the comments light. I'm just going to talk about from my own personal experience while being here in Thailand, right at a year in 2 weeks. So with that being said, I want to talk about 7 reasons why I choose a Asian woman, or especially a woman from Thailand. And I'm talking about good women. There are women that don't fall in this category, and this is not to bash anyone. Listen, the category is so massive in the West that we're not even talking about this. I'm talking about the overwhelming plethora of actual decent, traditional, good women. It's not easy to find, and it does take some luck, to be fair. So with that being said, I want to talk about 7 reasons why I choose an Asian woman over a Western woman, and I can never go back, ever. Like once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's there forever. So let's get into it. Number 1, these women are feminine. Oh my God, they are so soft and delicate looking. Not just looking. They talk this way, they walk this way, they look this way, they dress this way. Women wear clothes sizes that are actually bigger than what their figure shows. Like many women don't show their figure here. Some do, yes, but many women don't. They wear baggier jeans. They wear cute little Hello Kitty socks and stuff like that. They love their little, it's just a different innocence. I can't describe. It's an innocence. Like it's not just the appearance of it. Like honestly, women are very timid, especially in public. Like you don't go cold approaching chicks here. That's just not how it works. Especially as a foreigner, as a Falang. Now, this may work. I'm not trying to talk about game. I'm talking about what attracts me to these women. By far, like more than any other woman I'm talking about I've ever like experienced on the planet. And I've met some great feminine women even in America, believe it or not. So this is no disrespect or bash to Western women as an aggregate. I'm talking about the majority, you know, of what we see. With that being said, the women here truly know what a man wants and what a man needs. They behave and conduct themselves in such a way in his presence, I can't even describe it. It's the vibe, it's the aura, it's the energy. It's just how they conduct themselves. They lock arms with you when they're walking in public. They want people to know, but it's not a overwhelming thing. They act like they are just like curdling up under your wings as a man. Like it's like metaphorically, like a woman literally is acting like she's just cuddling up under your wings as a man. Wherever you go, whatever you do, in every decision, it's unbelievable. Most men have never experienced this in the West. Number 2, they are sweet and pleasant. Oh my God, the women here are so sweet and pleasant. I'm serious. They're not here in competition with you. They're keeping a soft and feminine energy about themselves. They're observant and they're smart. Honestly, as I said before, they're expecting you to lead, but they're still inquisitive. They're engaging. And honestly, the woman's actions prove who she is, in my opinion. Like a woman doesn't have to say anything when I'm talking about any of these characteristics. Like a woman doesn't have to say this. These are things I will say about her based on my own observations. The woman doesn't bother me. She's not nagging me. It's not like I don't want to be around. I got to get away from this chick. She's griping as soon as she sees me. None of that stuff. They just don't act this way. They're fun to go out with. They're pleasant. They have fun. They let loose. Honestly, the women here are sweet and pleasant to deal with. Number 3, they are beautiful. Oh my God, these women are absolutely beautiful. This is pretty self-explanatory. The women's skin tone, it varies, but I don't care. I personally don't care. I think a woman is beautiful. I've seen beautiful black women, beautiful brown women, beautiful white women. There are beautiful women in every category, in my opinion. But these women here are beautiful. Their skin is absolutely sexy, all the way up until their old age. Like I've seen chicks that were 50, like in their 50s. I was like, no way. Like, I thought maybe, you know, mid 30s. I'm serious, dude. The women's complexion is beautiful. They're just their genetics are in a good way, appeasing to my eyes at least. I think they're absolutely gorgeous, and combine that with their feminine essence and how they conduct themselves, how they walk, talk, how they dress. Oh, that softness combined with the beauty, dude, it is intoxicating. It is absolutely intoxicating. Listen, these women are beautiful, not just on the outside. They're beautiful on the inside too, which I'm gonna get to that point in a little bit. But I wanna move on to number 4, hard working. And this is to blow down all of those dumb arguments where, you know, people say that, man, these women here are co-equals in society. No doubt in my mind. These women hold society down here. These women are truly hard working. I'm talking like they are the first to get up and the last to go to bed every day. Family first. They take care of everyone in the household. They see the house as theirs. Yes, they do. And for all those people screaming that men just want some robot, that's bullcrap, man. These women here, listen, you don't interfere with what they do, what they want to do when it comes to their caretaking that's already programmed into them. Like, if you spill your, like spill your drink just a little bit, man, she's the first, she jumps up immediately and she gets mad if I try to. She gets mad, like I can clean up my stuff, it's not a problem. But she literally just, they see everything, they take it personal. Like, they take the relationship personal. They take the appearance of that relationship personal in the eyes of public. Everything. And this is not just when it comes to relationships. This is just how people conduct themselves in general. Like, they truly, man, people literally, like, I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna, like, saving face is what it's called here. Saving face. Saving face is big and it's deep. It's really hard to explain it, and I don't want to get lost into this topic. I'll break down this here in just a few minutes, but I want to talk about number 5. They are the true caretakers in society. Man, women are in every position of government here, authority, military, high up in even the family, you know. Women here truly shine, in my opinion. And my hat's off. These are the hardest working women I've ever seen in my life. I'm telling you, man, it is so, like, it speaks so much for itself. No one has to sit on a panel and have a discussion about women's equality. The women truly shine, in my opinion. The women are the hardest working. The women know how to conduct business. And which brings me into my next topic, and I want to really break this down because this is so crucial as a foreigner, as a Falang, living here in Thailand, trying to learn the language, learn how to avoid traps, who to avoid, good and bad, things I don't see or recognize because I'm not, you know, fluent in the language, you know, or like gestures and stuff that I don't see, you know, things under the surface that people here see that I can't see. And this is social responsibility. Women are socially responsible here. There is none of this putting yourself out there. Like, there are small instances of this in certain towns, but this is a complete misrepresentation of the women here for the most part, or like society in general. You know, I get so many comments about people talking, like saying, oh, well, I'm paying this girl, or, you know, I'm like, she's a bar chick, or even like saying lady boy, you know, I'm out here with lady boys. You know, everyone's assuming that I'm out here for like ill intentions, for example, or like I couldn't get women back at home in the West, which is bullcrap. He's good. But like, this stuff doesn't faze me. You know, only haters make comments like this. I had somebody hated on, I made a comment on my boy, Legion of Men. If you haven't checked him out, he's an old school. He's been around for a while. I love his videos, and when I get a chance to watch, I comment. So I commented on one of his videos, and I had people telling me I don't live in Thailand, this and that. But then I had people coming in the comments saying, you know, this guy puts out videos, he's been living in Thailand. You know, people say anything. So just like but people here, my point is that people here do not act this way. People here do not put out things just for clout, just for attention, with the exception of a very small minority. But most people don't use social media that much. Subhawati doesn't have Instagram or TikTok or any of that crap. She's got Facebook and she uses it with her family. But to be fair, everyone here in Thailand uses social media or like WhatsApp or Line to communicate. Everyone does. Like no one texts old school texted anyone. No one calls old school landline anyone. Everyone uses Line or Messenger for the most part. And this is my observation. I've been here for a while, and this is just the way it is. But this gives you a good accurate like representation into who she is, like who she's friends with, who her family is. And you pay attention and observe this over time, and you will start to understand if you're dealing with someone who's real or not. But in my case, I've done this homework. You know, I just recently went and met her family last week, got back. It was great. Her mother is outstanding. Her mother is one of the most amazing women I've ever met in my life. She's so sweet, bringing me more food than I can eat, you know, just always just like making sure pillows are fluffed, everything for the whole family. Like staying up, she doesn't want anyone to do anything. Like she takes her duties and she's like, these are my duties. Like I wash dishes, you don't wash dishes in my house, you know? But she's very sweet. She's not mad or angry. It's crazy. Most people are not used to this. Because personally, I don't mind helping with dishes, especially if you cook all the food you just cooked. So with that being said, like women here do not, and like men especially, they don't socially humiliate each other like they do in the West. I talk about social responsibility. They don't post things online that indicate I'm single, even though everyone knows I'm in a relationship. They don't post things online without their boyfriend or girlfriend. They actually follow the rules, the unspoken rules of social media, in my opinion. They use social media for the right reasons. Not everyone, of course. And I'm not even talking about dating apps. Dating apps, toilet number one here. Everyone knows this. I don't do dating apps. I didn't do them in the West. I ain't doing that crap here. But with that being said, it's a crazy thing because appearances are important, and the women especially, they hold the line when it comes to this, and men too. Like you got to be careful what you post, how you, like, even if you don't mean to do something, like you got to be very careful. And women are very careful and cautious about this. So they use a whole ton of restraint when it comes to social media. And this is why I talk about social responsibility. But this also carries into their physical daily interactions and who they interact with, their friends, you know, everything. It's crazy how important this is to them. How important this is to them. Like they literally, they don't play about this. They are constantly like in that chess of, you know, keeping the right people, or, you know, not just for clout or for, you know, financial gain. Some of them use this to their advantage, yes. But seriously, you want to, like, people want, like, women want to keep up their proper image. They do. They want to keep their proper image, if you will. Which leads me to my last point, and number 7. And this goes out to all those people that say, oh, I want some pushover. Man, these women don't take any BS from anybody. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, these women, they can fight too. They can fight too. Like I'm not trying to test this. I'm not telling you to come test this, but like they don't take any crap from nobody. Like if you're trying to rip me off, they will say it. They'll tell you, they'll tell them. Like honestly, it's not a tipping culture here. Thailand is not a tipping culture. I tip when people provide good service, but man, you'd be surprised. Like last night, we didn't tip that chick anything, but it's not a tipping society. But she didn't do nothing for us. She didn't put no ice in our beer. She made us, we had to pour our own stuff. We had to go ask for pepper and salt and forks, stuff like that. So no, she didn't get nothing. And Supawati was adamant about it too. Because like seriously, it's just the way it is. Like these women don't take crap from nothing, and they see through the BS and the lies, man. This is why I respect and admire these women here. And this is why men do treat women with chivalry, in my opinion. And when you're dealing with like this type of woman, I'm talking about a good woman. I'm not talking about like some Jezebel you met, you know, on a night out. You know, I'm talking about a real woman, you know, with a good family. She's got, you know what I'm saying, she's long-term potential, or even in my case, like, you're not gonna, like, honestly, she's gonna look out for you. She's gonna protect you from stuff. She's gonna, like, not to interject you, but if she smells bullshit, she's gonna pull you aside and say, hey, no, you know. And, you know, honestly, this is important to me. I want a woman who looks out for me just as I'm gonna look out for her. So with that being said, these women have so much to offer. A man almost is like self-forced to elevate and become better, become more. This doesn't mean that you can come here and be complacent. You still have to be a better man tomorrow than you are today. To whom much is given, much is required. And in my opinion, I want to end the video and say that they bring so much to the damn table. Guys, it's not intimidating. It's almost like an unspoken positive motivator to be better. And there's nothing wrong with this. You should be better. If you're getting so much in return, you have to look at it as a business thing at the same time. These women are absolutely incredible. I'm talking about the good ones. I'm not talking about the one you met on Tinder or the one you met on Beach Road. I'm not talking about those chicks down there in the party towns. No. You know, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a real chick. Try to date within your range. This is another thing, guys. Too many men that really mess up down here is they try to date way below what they are. Like, I look at myself, I know what I look like. I know my age. I know my physique. I'm aware of my bank account. And being honest with myself, I know what type of chick I'm trying to deal with. Like, I'm not going to sit here and try to lie to myself or try to maintain something I know like is not in my range or above my range when it comes to whether looks or like the type of woman she is. I'm just being honest. Like, guys, you got to be honest with yourself. You got to look in the mirror and say, this is the man I am. That's the man I see. Whether you like that or not, just understand. For me, I'm not trying to date some 21-year-old chick. A lot of guys are preaching this crap, and I'm not saying do this in the West. No, because them 21-year-old chicks are lost. 21-year-old chicks here are lost too. Oh yeah. It's bad. I would never date a 21-year-old chick in today's times anywhere in the world. Honestly, there is no way. Unless, like, going back to Eddie Murphy talking about Oomfoo Falupa from, you know, with the bone in the nose and the plate, you know.
Basically what it is, there's a song out now called Got to Have a J-O-B If You Want to Be With Me. And the lyrics go, ain't nothing going on but the rent. Like if you went up and said, hey babe, what's going on? The rent, motherfucker. If I ever get married, I have to go off to the woods of Africa and find me some crazy, naked zebra bitch that knows nothing about money. She got to be butt naked on a zebra with a big bone in her nose and a big plate lip and a big fucked up afro. I'm gonna bring her home. Y'all think it's a joke? Y'all gonna go past a newsstand one day and see me on the cover of Jet with some woman with a big bone and a plate and a big fucked up afro, butt naked? And y'all gonna say, hey, Eddie must be visiting Africa. I'll say, Murphy marries Bush bitch. I'm gonna be like, and leave me in the kitchen with some Bush bitch with an attitude. Eddie!
The women here are absolutely amazing. Listen, you do have to vet. You do have to do your research, your homework. You have to take your time, and you have to make sure that you're not being played. This does happen. Make sure that you're not an ATM. Make sure that you're not being a sucker. And like, honestly, be a man, stand up, and don't be afraid to walk away. Honestly, there's plenty. You know, if your chick isn't compatible with you, if she's not down for you, if she's not coming with these things I talked about here in Asia, it's a simple checklist and out, you know, onto the, like, honestly, this isn't about pumping, dumping, and lying. I don't believe in lying to these chicks either. Don't lie to these chicks about what's in your bank. Don't tell them what's in your bank, but don't be like out here running, leading with your damn wallet either. They're gonna expect that in perpetuity. So be honest with yourself as a man. I believe you'll find wonderful women. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. And here's another piece of advice, and I hate to say this. A lot of times, the more English they speak, I'm just saying, guys, how did she learn English? You know, you just got to ask yourself that. How did she learn English so fluently? I'm not saying go find some jungle chick, but, you know, like, you want a chick that you got to, like, teach and stuff, too, and she's going to teach you, in my opinion. That's just the way I think. You could think your own way. You can go out there and find you a fluent English hottie with tattoos all up and down, 21-year-old, but I'm going to tell you right now what she's been doing for the last 5-6 years. So anyway, with that being said, dude, I love y'all. Throw me some love on this video. I'll see you on the next one.